Alright, looks like we are live again. Anyway, so it's been a while since I've done a stream, as usual. I know I seem to be kind of an on again, off again kind of person, which I don't know, maybe I don't like that much. But it's always nice to get back into doing things. It's something I'd like to pursue as a more regular thing. Anyway, so my original plan was that I was going to play some Arknights because Arknights is the kind of game I usually play, but I've already cleared the latest event, and well, up to, what's unlocked. And the EX stages aren't available yet, I don't think. At least it doesn't seem so. I tried checking, but I don't think they are. They won't be open until later on. And I don't want to do the story mode because it's kind of at a point where it's, I don't know, kind of far into the story, so that people who are just watching can't pick up on it too well. And at the same time, like, I think it's also at the stage where a lot of stuff is happening, and so the cutscenes tend to go on a bit longer than I'd like. So, while playing through the current story, or was it Who Are You? Who is real? There we go. Who is real? It occurred to me that one fun thing that might tie into the other thing I'm interested in, which is reading lines and things, is to have a go at reading some of the lines from the story. That's a fun idea. It also helps that Kroos, being from Wimbledon, is Australian. Well, sorry. So in Arknights, Wimbledon is the not Australia of the world of terror. This is the Arknights. What the world of Arknights is called. So Wimbledon is the not Australia, and that it's kind of parodied in that it's literally owned by the mining companies instead of more or less owned by the mining company. It is explicitly owned by the companies instead of dysfunctionally being owned by the mining companies. Anyway, and that gives us some characters like Kroos, Aescarp, and I think Leonhardt, who are from Wimbledon. And it allows me the opportunity to give them the hammiest of accents. But I also must say, I do really like Mr. Nothing's lines in Mr. Nothing's lines in this. He's just kind of like, I don't know, kind of a smooth talking kind of character. And also kind of hammy. And Saga's too, actually. Saga is also pretty fun. But just so that this doesn't go on forever, I'm just going to read Kroos's lines out, and also in like a super Australian accent. Hopefully. I might also try rereading them in a more, I don't know, natural way, I guess. Not all of them come out. It is a great shame that Kroos's outfit, the different attire, is not available because it's really nice. It looks really cool. I don't know. It's kind of like the cowboy kind of style. I also like how a lot of the Arknight stories revolve around like the the 3-4 star characters. Like some of the higher rarity characters, like because the lower rarity characters are less frequently used, but they give them a lot of personality and stuff. Which makes them pretty cool enough themselves, even though you might not use them much in the actual game. Anyway, I feel like I'm kind of stalling a bit, but I'm also, I don't know, kind of nervous. I don't voice act too much. But, practice makes perfect. I have to start somewhere. I think I need to open my mouth a bit more, but I just put a Strepsil in my mouth, so because I've had a sore throat. So that's a thing. Anyway. It'll be a nice little relaxing thing to listen to, provided I can do this properly. So in this scene, Lava and Mr. Nothing are having a little conversation after they rescued Mr. Nothing from some wildebeests or something. And Kroos comes back. Kroos is also pretty. I just love her facial expressions also in the story mode because she's one of those characters whose eyes are always closed, but it gives her some really interesting expressions. There's a scene where she wakes up. I was kind of wondering how you'd animate that because she doesn't. It's not like she'll be lying there with her eyes closed and then open them. She'll just be lying there with her eyes closed and then she'll have woken up but her eyes are still closed. Anyway. But fine, just do you. Hey, how are things up ahead? Just a few poor little guys I helped find a new home. They settled right down after that. This way we can head on, right? We pass through that reed marsh, follow downstream, and then we found the mountain. No, yeah. No problemo. This is also how we pronounce problemo in Australia. Problemo. No problemo. No problemo. No problemo. You're the captain this time, Lava, mate. Whatever you say goes. I don't know, it's kind of... I will know that one of the things is that she'll say, like, mate after, like, the name, and a lot of people just say mate instead, so it's like, you're the captain this time, mate. Whatever you say goes. That's what you'd say normally. But also, a lot of these visual novels like to use the characters' names so you can, tell tell who is who. No problemo. You're the captain this time, Lava, mate. Whatever you say goes. What you say goes. My apologies, my apologies. I think he's making fun of him. Here's the messenger. There. That knee wing place. It's something I have to admit because my family is like Chinese, Malaysian. Um, is the I don't know, the Australian accent just sounds kind of funny. Um, I don't know, I was born and raised in Australia, but it sounds kind of funny when you try to pronounce foreign words and exaggerate the accent. That knee wing place, isn't it at the foot of Mount Uchi? But maybe being less hammy, it might be like, that knee wing place, isn't that at the foot of Mount Huichi? Like, oh yeah, yeah. Then it's right on the way, isn't it? Then it's right on the way, isn't it? How about this, How about this, Mister? Okay, no, I thought it said Master Mister Nothing, but it says Mister Nothing. I'm wondering if that's like a translation thing or not, but I don't know. Then how about this, Mister Nothing? We'll escort you there, but once we've reached what we're aiming for, you'll need to help us out a little too. Oh yeah, there you go. Because that's just what Mister Nothing rolls. He's just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Genuine manner with a teary voice reminds me of someone who gets a chunk knocked out of their wages every couple of days. Alright, Captain, you decided? Oh, yeah, okay, we're doing the things. Because she's had a surprisingly productive mood recently. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, what? Don't do her like that. If Nyan knew that was how you saw it, she'd take it hard. That was pretty good. Okay, there's a conversation between Nyan and Lava on how they ended up here. How Lava ended up running around in her cheesy outfit. Do we go that far? Maybe she's living in the mountains. After all, she's the sister of Nyan. I get a feeling she might. Yeah, I'll see. It's really in the mountains. I'm not surprised. The scenery is here, but but the scenery here is quality. I've got to say. If she's a painter, I can imagine her here. Uh, Lava? What you looking for? Quality. I could just toss it, you know. Could just toss it, you know. Yeah, something like that. Hello, is anyone there? Hello, hello, hello. In the mountains. Okay, it's getting a bit. With these, when it gets to the faster conversations, it is a bit weird to. What do I mean? Just sort of be picking up the lines like this because if you're talking about it. Um, but basically, they're talking really fast. Like the two, well, the three of them are having a conversation, which means it's kind of weird for me to sort of interject. Well, it feels like I'm interjecting, but I suppose that's also part of acting. Is that the other actors will say their lines, and you'll say your line out of nowhere. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So in this one, where they get? They arrived at like the village and all that. Who's to catch something? Eh? Ah, nothing. I reckon it's really fun to watch how he lies himself a new layer every time. I just reckon it's really fun to watch how he lies himself a new layer each time. Uh, hmm? Ah, nothing. I just reckon it's really fun to watch how he lies himself a new layer every time. Yeah, that was good. That's the one. We have the Kroos. Times like these, you gotta go on the intuition. Is it some kind of mind level or Jenny Marts? Da da da. Did we never look at the sky before? We should have noticed any moment we lift our heads. Now that's odd. What? Hey, you think us coming back from there to here kind of going one full day and night? Hey, you think us coming back from there to here kind of going one full day and night? Ooh, spooky. Ah. We were heading across the waste for Mount Huichi and we saw a crashed car. It took them to a nice new pit to build their nest in, that's all. Hmm. And we went up straight. Then we went straight up Mount Huichi. There, I got my tongue twisted. Then we went straight up Mount Huichi and found a thatched cottage. Hmm. Okay, where are we next? I also have to be careful because I'm quite zoomed in, so to make things more readable for the viewers. Ready? There was nothing really as kind of a fun character. Next one. This one has no story. I just like Saga's face is just kind of great. He's just like kind of perky looking. Well, this is annoying. Da 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 da. Did they have gardens and buildings like this 1,000 years ago? Of course not. No. No, mate. No. No way. I mean, it sounds wonderful. Is he being sarcastic or not? That's the thing about Australian. You could speak in Australian, everything sounds sarcastic. No, like that's the thing about. I don't know. An important thing about talking in Australians or to Australians is that uh, compliments sound sarcastic to us, and like the more extravagant you're being with your like flattery, well, the more the more extreme you're being with your comments, the more it comes off as flattery or even mockery if you go too far with it. So a lot of the time, someone says it sounds wonderful. That means they're being sarcastic. It's a it's a thing. Um, but you can usually pick it up based on context and intonation. Intonation, tone. I mean, it sounds wonderful. Okay, that's the non-sarcastic version, the first one. I mean, it sounds wonderful. It's the sarcastic version. It sounds wonderful. They'd be stuck in the day and they'd never even sleep properly. Sucks to be them. So in the end, we still don't have a literal clue. Yeah, but the tea here smells great. Is this how good green tea is in Yen? Yeah, so started there at the end. So in the end, we still don't have a literal cue. So in the end, we still don't have a literal clue. Ah, but the tea here smells great. Is this how the green tea is in Yen? Don't worry, I've got my manners. I could drink this. Oh, you say, I could drink this. Which, again, it's not. This one's not sarcastic. Because it's, it is a very faint praise, and therefore that means it's like, um, means a lot. Because that's how things work. You're pretty fidgety right now, aren't you? No problem, we're all the same. Lost in the fog. So we're checking if we're even still alive. I tell you, if you want to go full Australian, you can use the old no worries, but Australians do say no probs. No probs. No problem. I mean, I'll try it. You're pretty fidgety right now, aren't you? No worries, we're all the same. Lost in the fog. Or you can say, no probs, we're all the same. But no problem is also fine. No problem. No problem. Let's split up and move. The way things are, none of us is going to sit still. Even if it's not rare to see poor bastards in a tight spot in the waist, coincidence like his are the last thing you can trust. Even if he's got no ill will, we still gotta be wary of each other. Now keep an eye on him. So that's this scene. It's kind of fun that Kroos is. I don't know. I just like how in Arknights they always expand upon the side characters and things like. Well, not necessarily side characters, but all the characters, or at least a lot of them. And so we get a bit more of an expansion on Kroos and Lava here. Okay. Yeah, yes, this was yep. Aburage. There's a distinct lack of Kroos here. There's no Kroos in this scene. Well, that makes my life easier. Wait a second, is it this stage? I remember this stage being a pain because of the unblockable enemies. Well, you have to use the bombs to turn them the right color so that you can block them. But that kind of requires you to have to play through the stage at least once in order to know, like, how they work. Well, I guess if you know that they're all white, then you're fine. Because then you just need to turn them black with the bombs so you can block them here and here. But if you don't know that, they'll just walk right past you, and there's nothing you can do. Uh, that's the one I just read. I do quite like the other thing I quite like about this is particularly evident in like Mr. Nothing and Saga's speech is that they talk in like a really staged kind of way or poetic kind of way, I guess. But I think it's because Saga is like a monk and Mr. Nothing is like a fast talking kind of guy. Oh man, you even got the tea going. You still didn't call me over. And who might this be? She's safe and sound. Mm. I can tell it's expensive with just a whiff. I might get used to black tea and coffee, but there's a special kind of tasty in tea whenever I try it. Yeah, there's a at least down here in Melbourne. You get a lot of different, I don't know, things from all over the world here. So things like tea are actually like things like Chinese tea are actually pretty big. Because you can easily, I mean, I could walk down the street and I'll find about like 5 restaurants that'll give me, tea alongside some noodles and something in the little canteen things that they have. Um, they've got those little metal canteens that they put on the tables, and you can serve yourself some tea, and it keeps the tea warm. And some of them give you teapots, and some of them give you boiling water and then tea bags, or just a cup with leaves in it. Depends from place to place, or how high class the restaurant is. Hmm. Anyway, all right there, lava. You getting sleepy? I kind of imagine this is so like teasing lava. You all right there, lava? You getting sleepy? No, they came out a bit too mean rather than like teasy. You getting sleepy? All right there, lava. You getting sleepy? Yeah, I don't know. Hum. Ah, the light reflecting off the tea. Oh, okay. Huh? The light reflecting off the tea. Yeah, there we go. This is how the sun's meant to be, lava. Okay. It'll be nice when we all get to go when the lockdown ends. We all can go out to different places again properly. Da, da, da. What am I doing? Where am I? Okay. I don't know. Maybe I should practice my like sort of higher pitched voice or something. But I don't want to try and I don't know, do that because I'll just come off as like really bad. Uh, sort of more feminine voice. But I'm not like practiced in it enough that I want to do it. Try doing it on a laugh. Like, oh my goodness, dear. No, that's terrible. My compliments to your fan, Mr. Nothing. Perhaps you really are just a normal messenger, but I still need to warn you something. The way things are, if you're still going to keep holding stuff back from us, we're going to have to give up our trust in you. My compliments to your fan. I did. There's all kinds of martial arts, and I'm no specialist, but your skills aren't half bad. Not half bad anyway, you slice them. I'm assuming you just skill of some personal reason or other. Not planning to dig out what it is, but I do not like people when they A, clearly have the power to get in and help out, but B, find every excuse to play the coward. Strictly speaking, that's selfish as hell, isn't it? Ah, it might have been some harsh words, but you did save little Arjan too. No to feel too guilty. Of course I did. Watching you put on the act was funny, that's all. Then it's agreed. Hmm? Da -da -da -da. Scroll. I don't know. I think I need a new mouse. My middle mouse button isn't working properly. Oh no. Yeah. I think this is the part where I mentioned that Kroos wakes up, and I was just imagining, I don't know, her not opening her eyes when she wakes up because she never opens them. Morning, lava. Well, sleep is important, yeah. Mm. Okay, let me wash my face. Not happening. We're on the job right now. I don't do this on my days off. We need to help them rebuild. Hey, lava? I'm not dreaming right now, am I? Who's that outside the window? The window. Who's outside the window? Nah, no, no. Hey, lava. I'm not dreaming now, am I? Who's that outside the window? Hmm. Maybe? Look at the roof over there. I swear these were damaged by arts yesterday. Everything's back to normal. I haven't seen it yet. Oh. Hello, John. Oh, hello. I can't. There's something I'm imagining, I just can't quite do it. Oh, hello, Jan. Jan. It was kind of awkward because there are people in Australia who was named directly Jan and not John. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, hello, Jan. Oh, hey, Jan. Um, hey, Jan. We're here to listen to Mr. Umbrella Boiler stories. How come story time is over already? Nah. Yeah, Jan. We're here to listen to Mr. Umbrella Boiler stories. How come story time is over already? Ah, that's a shame. Jan? This gentleman actually missed the session yesterday. Do you remember what the story was about? That's too bad then. Looks like you're out of luck. No idea, but look how cheerful she is. This isn't so bad. So, okay, is this going to affect our thought process, the way we think? Hey, Lava, I noticed it yesterday. Hey, Lava? Hey, Lava. I noticed it yesterday, but there's no originium here. Of course, I should also mention that, even though I was talking about Melbourne earlier, a lot of the mines are over in Western Australia, um, which may be more of what these characters are kind of based off. Or those are the kind of personalities that these characters might be more based off. Yeah, sort of like outback towns and things like that. God, I have to look up. I can't remember all the characters that are from Rimbilton, though. I think there's a few that might be more Eastern. By Eastern, I mean people who live on like the East Coast, like Queensland, New South Wales, Canberra, and Melbourne. Since I don't know, the kind of city culture that I gather is quite different from all that in the West. Where the countries are, where the country is. I can't imagine building a village this size without any Iridium at all. Not even villages without any kind of mobility in the most Not even villages without any kind of mobility in the most remote parts of Yen where catastrophes rarely happen can get by without any. I can't imagine building a village of this size without any Originium at all. Not even villages without any kind of nobility, with the most remote parts of Yen, where catastrophes rarely happen, can get by without any. That was a mouthful. Uh, what? What? So what are these monsters? Still though, I don't want to have to hear those screams again. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. There we go. Still though, I don't want to have to hear those screams again. I'm sick of it. We just need to go west and take care of all those monsters over there, right? Calm down. If we just take it slow, this isn't actually all that bad. Calm down. Because it's got a little tilde, which means I think it's kind of like a more sing-songy voice, which I'm not good at. Calm down. If we just take it slow, this isn't actually all that bad. Right? Nothing, mate? Nothing, mate. Right? Nothing, mate? There we go. Sort of goes. It sounds a bit weird when you space it out like that. Right? Nothing, mate? Anyway, we're getting kind of close to the end, I think. This was like the easiest level. How long have I been streaming for? Where does it tell me that? It does not tell me things anywhere. It doesn't want me to know cool things. Okay, about half an hour now, I think. Yes, 32 minutes. Hmm. I think I might actually leave it there. It's actually been a bit of fun. Like, I don't know, I think like a lot of people all over the world, it's kind of cool to see your sort of, your sort of country shown in the game. Um, and like a hilariously exaggerated version of it. Well, not hilariously exaggerated version of it. That would be, well, more like a tragically exaggerated version of it. Anyway, not going to dwell on that for now. I am going to have a quick check on this wiki to see who it is that is from Rimbildon. I think Amir is as well, which is hilarious because because I just remember that she is. No, she's affiliated with the factions. Okay, I mean, oh Schwartz. That's surprising. Apparently, you have to read all Schwartz's lines in like because I don't know, Schwartz is kind of like the cool sniper kind of character, and so, but naturally, the Australian sniper you go to is the one from Team Fortress 2. Oh yeah, Ropers. Popica? Popica, that's surprising. I didn't realize Popica was from Brimbleton. So I knew April was. I knew Ascap, Lionheart's Savage. I knew Amia and Kroos. I forgot what Ansel was, but that makes sense. Huh. I don't know, maybe in another stream I'll just pick one of the characters and read out their lines. I might go with Ascap or Lionheart. I also did not realize what asbestos was as well. But I mean, I don't actually have asbestos. He's like the only 5-star I don't have anymore. So I might try Ascap or Lionheart because I'm not gonna do anything else. Honestly, I can do it. I don't know. And Ansel also has like kind of a soft voice, but I might try him as well. But yeah, originally the idea was going to be to do like Ascap. Anyway, that's all for today. Hope I didn't do too badly on my reading. And now I'm gonna go play some Warhammer. Mm. I've rather don't, perish from all this, glue solvent that we've been using to make the models first. Anyway, see you all next time. Bye bye.